Hello, hello. You're probably wondering, Evan, what the freak? You just moved in, gave us a house tour, now you got an entirely new setup. What is going on with you? Well, you know what? I actually did just move, but I'm on a cruise right now, so I'm in the hotel. Also, you're probably wondering, Evan, are you on some type of game show? What's up with the microphone? Listen, don't make fun of my sick microphone. I usually have a cool clip that goes on top of the DSLR, and I'm able to, just chat hands-free, but I left it because I'm great at packing, so you get to watch me talking to this black phallic object. Hello, and contestant number 1, what are we talking about today? I have a flatmate, all right? I'm actually staying in this room with my friend Mark Ferris, who's currently showering his dreams away. Don't know why that's what I'm going to go with, but that's what I'm going to go with. He's currently showering, and on the first night, he asked me, as any roommate would ask their other roommate, Evan, do you snore? What am I going to answer that with? I thought it was funny. I have a history with this question, so I decided to tweet it out as a joke, and then my good friend Dodie, she replies to Mark with, run as fast as you can, get out of there. After all we've been through, get Judased by Dodie. But you know what? It's about time I admit I think I have a snoring problem. Okay, this is something that I have to admit. I can't run from anymore. I used to try and believe that maybe it was only 1 out of 2 people heard snoring, maybe 50-50 chance that I actually end up snoring throughout the night. No, I think it's a lot worse than that. Now, the first night, Mark actually didn't hear any snoring, and I thought I was in the clear. I was like, see? I'm a totally normal individual, and I don't snore. No, it was because he was jet-lagged, and he was able to sleep through it. If I'm with a light sleeper, they will hate me with a passion, okay? So here's the story. I think I've had snoring problems for at least the last 3 years. I don't know what to do about it. It all goes back to when I was on a YouTube trip. There was 10 YouTubers in a Navajo mud hut in the middle of Utah. It was a great time, except we're all in this one room in their sleeping bags, and I slept really soundly that night. I didn't wake up once. What a great sleep I had. However, I woke up, and guess what I had in my hands? A bra. I was like, wow, I had a great night last night. What about you guys? Because I woke up with a bra, and there's also a pair of underwear here. I'm kind of confused. What the frick did I do? What have I done? And it turns out, in the night, I was snoring so loudly, everyone began to throw anything close to them at me to try and hit me and wake me up. And anytime I'd wake up, I'd go, huh? And I go right back into the snoring, okay? And so people had to try and race. They'd try and wake me up and then race to fall asleep before me, except that is one contest you'll never win. I do have a certain superpower, and that is being able to fall asleep incredibly quickly and also incredibly soundly. I'm a very deep sleeper and a loud sleeper, it turns out. So that was my first instance of being told I have a snoring problem when everyone on that trip hated me for the rest of it. Steve Booker called me the Snorlax. That little toy in the background of usually some of my videos, that's literally me. That's the embodiment of me at night. Then, when I lived with Dodie, it turns out she could hear me across the room sometimes, but I thought, that's just her doing some banter. We'd go on trips together all the time, go to different countries. It got to the point, though, where she said, Evan, I can't sleep in the same room as you anymore. And I was like, what? What is this? I thought we were good friends. I love traveling with you, Dodie. What was this about? And she said, Evan, you're snoring. It triggers me. It genuinely triggers me. I was like, what's that? I go to Playlist Live, and they didn't give me a hotel this year. I had nowhere to go. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And I was like, oh, Dodie, you've a room. Can I sleep on your floor? And she was like, absolutely not. And I was like, what? I have nowhere to go. And she was like, Evan, I'm not going anywhere near your snoring. I was like so upset. Luckily, she had a spare room in the hotel with a living room, so I just slept there with the door closed, and she was fine with that. But the snoring is so bad that it triggers my friends, okay? I've also had Connie sleep in the same room as me, and she can't do it anymore. It's just really upsets me. I mean, I've been single for so long, maybe that's how I just haven't figured this out. But I did have like a girl around the other day, and she did tell me I did snore. That worries me. What am I going to do? Am I going to find the love of my life, and then she's going to run away? Because I would. Have you heard it? Here's an audio recording from Mark's second night. It was very okay, I know it's embarrassing to listen to. It's very bad. I don't know why I had to point to audio, because the audio is just so loud. It takes up a place in the room. But oh my gosh, I felt so bad. I was sleeping in this bed, and then every 10 seconds it felt like Mark would just be like, Evan, you're doing it again. And I was like, what? I didn't even go to sleep yet. Like, I am such a weirdly deep sleeper. I don't even know I'm asleep. I'm like, what do you mean? I can't be snoring. I haven't fallen asleep yet. It's that fast for me. And so at one point, he actually sounded like he was going to cry. He was like, Evan, I just can't do this. And look at my watch. It's not even midnight yet, and I'm ruining this poor kid's life. And so that's when I took the decision in my own hands to leave the cruise forever. I took the pillows. I took the blankets. I threw them outside. I slept on the balcony of the cruise. And you know what? It wasn't that bad. It was a bit humid, but the breeze was nice. I could hear the ocean. It was beautiful. And also, both of us got a good sleep. So it was kind of a win-win. I don't like sleeping on the balcony as much as I like sleeping in a comfortable bed, but I like being able to make someone else feel uncomfortable for my own inadequacies. I'm sorry that I snore. It's not something I can help. I have Googled it. Turns out I need to lose weight. Does it look like I need to lose weight? No, it also says stop drinking. I was really sober 2 nights ago, and I was still snoring. I don't know what it is. I think I actually have to go to the doctor about this. It is quite upsetting to me. And that's basically where the story ends, I think. Me needing to go to the doctor and admitting I have a problem. Okay, so here it is. I have an Edinger, have a snoring problem, and I hope this video didn't put you to sleep and didn't cause you to snore. That was the best I could get, really. I'm sorry. Do you have any, snoring problems? Is there someone in your family that does? Because my dad and my mom do, and I think that's why. I think it's hereditary. Literally, all of it came down to me. So, if you do, tell me your advice, please. I'd like to know before I end up going to the doctor for them to, elongate my freaking nose or something. I don't know. I close my nose, I still snore through my mouth. It's the worst. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for feeling my pain, listening to my story. I hope you have a good day. I'll see you back in England. Goodbye. You can come out now, Mark. Thank you. It was a one-take video, Mark.
No, it wasn't.
It was. Thank you, baby.